Get 5 coffins ready.
Yo, guys, it's me. So they canceled the SMITE 2 playtest for this weekend. It's just a flash test, so I figured I would just show off what Hecate does, show a few combos. So let's go through her abilities. I think I'm on the wrong version of her one here. Okay, so your one is Hecate. This is how it starts. It's blue. That's awesome. So basically, this is Morgan 2. So I'll just relate each Hecate ability back to a Smite 1 ability. So her blue 1, you shoot it out. It's a pretty long-range projectile. You shoot it out. When it hits somebody, they are then marked. And when they get hit by abilities, or if they get hit by basic attacks, they will take extra magical bonus damage. You see that? It's great. So it's like, let me kill him real quick. It's like a Morgan 2, except it hits multiple times and obviously doesn't do a trillion bajillion damage. So then you saw here, now it's pink. And it shows up pink on the normal cast indicator as well, which is cool. So now the pink version will not mark people, but it will mesmerize them. So what's a mesmerize? It's like Hecate 2 from Smite 1. Basically, it's a taunt, but they don't actually deal damage to you while they basic attack you. That's what's going on here. It's a very long range, and I'm pretty sure it pierces. Here, let's pierce these guys. Yeah, pierces, and then, oh, it seemed like only, well, it seemed like he was mesmerized too, but they don't, yeah, one issue, these these Emir bots, they don't walk forward, so I can't show you the actual mesmerize, but you do this to mark them, and then they take bonus damage from you or any of your teammates, which is kind of insane. That's kind of the idea of Hecate, is that she can, like, she can spread the love, basically. And then, so let's go to her 2. Her 2 is basically ESET. It's not a very clear indicator here in the training mode. I'm not sure if it'll look better in game. But basically, giant area. Basically, if anyone, including yourself, uses abilities in this area, a bit like ESET, it'll charge up the ability, and then you can detonate the ability. But it doesn't detonate in this huge area. It detonates like an Oleron 2. You know, that sort of reactivation. All right, so like we just put it over a team fight essentially. Like say this is where I want to set as Hecate, because yeah, my 1 has pretty long range, and then I can cast my 2 from here. So if I want to use my 1, I can walk up. If I want a 2, I'm in range for that. So say a fight breaks out, boom, now it's charging. So say I just use an ability, it charges up a little, and now I reactivate it, and it reactivates in this very small little puddle, just like an Oleron 2, but it's all in one big burst. So see. It's a bit like ESET, right? So you lay it down over the fight, you let it charge up, and then you reactivate it by shooting down this little thing. So like the whole area doesn't blow up, but you can still do that, right? And obviously, as you saw, I did a little bit less damage because I didn't charge out 10 times. Here, let me charge it up for you guys. Whoop. Okay, that was a lot of damage. So now, it did like 300 before, now it's doing 411. Woo! Insane! So, pretty basic combos here. You know, like with your 1, you can do either version of your 1 with your 2. Either one is fine. What you can do is with the mesmerize is just like 2, 1, and then like, oh, well, he wasn't mesmerized, but yeah. But like use your basic attacks a few times as they're mesmerized. They're mesmerized for 1 second, and then reactivate as they're coming towards you. Does that make sense to you guys? I wish I could make them not get 1 shot, but that's not really the thing. So anyways, let's move on to her 3. This is a mix of Geb Shield and Hera 3. It's basically Hera 3 with the Argus AoE around you, but you can put it on teammates. And I don't think there's any teammates I can put it on in here. But it's basically just Hera 3. You're mostly going to be putting on yourself. It's essentially Hera 3, and it deals damage around yourself when you activate it. Pretty cool, right? So as you can tell, your 3 doesn't really combo with your 2, but like if you're in big trouble, like you're getting dogpiled on, you could like 2 at your feet, then 3, then 2 again. A lot of damage. But so your 3 is obviously just like a getaway tool for yourself, and like occasionally you're going to use it on allies. It's a super simple like peel ability. Like if you're way over here and you're safe, and you're just like chilling, you're like, oh, I'm gonna live, no worries. You can like just go like that and just like shield a teammate real quick and keep running. Let's talk about her ultimate, which is kind of insane. So this is a lot like Horus ultimate, except 2 big things. 1, you do not go into the air, and 2, you do not teleport with them. But basically, you teleport enemies instead of allies. That's the big idea here. So you have a starting point, just like with Horus, and then your end point is this point here, the blue point you see over there. And so every enemy inside of here, I'm pretty sure it includes minions, is going to be teleported. And Hecate will not, and these guys will be stunned and then teleported. So I think I can also like 2 on top of it. That's a pretty cool thing. So like if you're really in big boy trouble, you can like 2, 3 ult, and then pop. And now if you're still getting chased, I have a super heavy 2, which just explodes people because yeah, obviously I did a boatload of damage with that ultimate. And obviously now, I don't know if you guys have seen the patch notes, you have Blink as standard, so that's pretty insane. So actually, her 3 is a good peel tool, and you can obviously also mesmerize people off of you, which I just remembered isn't going to work on these guys. So you can mesmerize people off of you like you could do with Hecate and Smite 1. Like you can actually turn around and use your 2 on people in Smite 1. It's just like that with this in here. But her ultimate is her really big, like, get off me tool. So that's why I think, in general, like, mage builds in Smite 2 aren't really that interesting right now. You could go something like this, something maybe with a little bit more damage, or CDR. I think, I want to call it Last Gasp, but that's not what it's called. The Cosmic Horror, this one's excellent because it gives her a lot of cooldown rate. It's really important for her to be able to spam her 1, because, like, you can, you know, you put your 2 over the fight, then you 1, and then you want to be able to 1 again very soon so you can keep the 2 charge up, and then bachow. Right, so I think CDR is pretty important on her. Staff Mirrodin is currently bugged on her 1. Staff Mirrodin I think is going to be insane on her, but right now, if you activate Staff Mirrodin and you use her 1, it won't work, unfortunately. If you use her 2, it will, which is strange. I don't know why that one's... The other one's bugged and that one isn't, but Staff Mirrodin is nuts on her, as is the World Stone. I think that one's going to be an absolute necessity on her. So real quick, let me reset the stupid jungle practice again and show you guys a Blink combo real quick. So, like, in a Blink ult combo, you can kind of just forgo using your 1. You could just use your 2, your 3, and your ultimate. So you can activate the 2 from here. Keep that in mind. So you can use the 2 at range and then blink in. So you can go like boom, and then the boom, and the boom, and then the boom. Except you you know, you don't teleport them 1 inch. Then if they try and chase you, you kill them with that. Cool, right? Okay, I'm gonna reset the cooldowns and actually do what I meant to do. Woo! Let's go. So that's Hecate. So yeah, another breakdown. Just so you guys know. So imagine purple 1 is a very long range Hecate 2. Okay, and your blue 1 is a very long range Morrigan 2. Okay, and I can show you if they do less damage. And then your 2 is like a big E-set ultimate that reactivates like an Ultra Run 2 instead of just like exploding the whole thing, if that makes sense. And then your 3 is like a Hera 3 that you can put on yourself or onto enemies and deals damage around you only once instead of like a damage over time. And damage around whoever you put it on as well. And then your ultimate, which I forgot to reset the cooldown for, is like a Horus ultimate, except you don't move yourself and you move enemies. Those are the big changes. And obviously Blink combos insanely with it, especially considering how much damage it does. And it only takes like 1 second to load up. And there's no Aegis, so they can't Aegis all that damage, which is nice. Alright, well that's a basic overview of Hecate. I hope you guys enjoyed the overview. Look how good the fabric looks, bro. Look at how flappy her dress is. This is just wonderful. This makes it all worth it. Being able to see how flappy her dress is, it's just great. It makes everything worth it. So that's Hecate in Smite 2. At least if they don't rework her again. Thank you for watching.